Know your class, know your level, know the people that are bigger than you. When you are big, you are big. When you are large,
it's just a song. Wow.
No, I don't think it's a song. Who is Adekunle Gold referring to?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Does he have beef with anybody in the industry?
I don't think it's about beef. Sometimes maybe you're just telling people that, see, I have carved a niche for myself and this is where I am. So you should know your level, you should know your mates and then just...
Water finds its levels.
Okay.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Go away!
Always asking for a friend.
Okay, guys, welcome to Nollywood Tuesday. Tuesdays and regular around here because the movie industry takes the spotlight and all the shine. Welcome to the show.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you best believe the film industry is always fizzy with happenings and we love to bring you up to speed, serve you some special moments, new movies, and all the tea on your favorite celebrities.
Absolutely, guys. Now, it's a thing for us to ensure that you are on top of everything entertainment and more. Now, thank you for joining us today. Catching on the kicks on social medias. We are at TVC Connect on Twitter and Instagram with the popular hashtag eSplash on TVC. You should know it by now. Now, it's your girl, Amanda Dar. You can call me Amanda Dar.
Okay, it's your girl, your home girl, your girlfriend next door. It's the jewel in the crown. It's the host with the most. My name is Honeypot.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal Highness and Finest. I go by the name King OJ, but you can call me OJ. That's what it is. Yes. On today's edition, we have entertainment news as regular, specials, celebrity birthday shout out, then a quick history lesson of entertainment history on Rewind.
Not forgetting Tweet View, where Amanda will take us through all the weirdness and crazy moments on social media, and then our celebrity guest will join us for a chat.
Yes, then it'll be time for us to rant on the Chew It Up segment, after which a recap of all that you might have missed in the news will suffice. Then Daily Top 5 will be up next, and this is where we'll be taking a look at 5 Nollywood actresses that have ventured into music. Now later, we'll bring you some movie talk on the Movie at the Movies segment. Then we'll wrap up the show. Now all of this will happen right after this break. So if I were you, I'll stick around.
Ginger!
Okay, now let's get straight into the entertainment gist. Now, Idris Abdulkarim mourns late mom. Veteran Nigerian rapper Idris Abdulkarim is currently in a mourning phase following the death of his mother, Alaja Safurat Ajoke Ajenifuja. He made this known on his Instagram page, where he decided to write the most touching eulogy about her, saying he didn't just lose his mother, but his confident role model and prayer warrior. The late rapper's mother, who died at the age of 96, was an Abeokuta, Ogun State born and bred Amazon who teamed up with the legendary Fumilayo Anikulapo Kuti in the struggles and sexiest tax regimes that resuscitated the abdication of the Egba throne by the then Oba Adewale II in 1949. From us on Entertainment Splash, we pray Idris Abdulkarim and his family have the fortitude to bear the loss of their mother.
Yes, indeed. But then at 96, it's safe for us to say that she lived a very full life, and it's one of the things that we are aspiring to have. I mean, nowadays you see a lot of people just dying so quickly and so young. So yes, we were sending our condolences and we're saying that we're very happy that she lived a very full life.
Yeah. So he wrote a long eulogy on Instagram talking about how the mom really helped them growing up. And I was shocked when he talked about the old Fumi Anikulapo Kuti.
Like you never heard about that.
They were together with the struggle in Abeokuta and Egba land that time. It's a good thing to celebrate.
So you see people hear of that age, 96, 100, 100 and something, and they're like, oh, we should be celebrating and all that because that person, oh yes, it's good that that person has lived up to that age. But the thing is, your mother is still your mother.
Yes.
And yes,
definitely.
So we are actually commiserating with him, and we do hope that, yes, as we said before, that the family would be able to bear, you know, the loss.
All right, so we're sending peace and love your way. Now, moving on to some more news. I have not noticed any sexual harassment in the Nigerian movie industry, says Jide Kosoko. Now, Nollywood movie veteran Jide Kosoko has weighed in on the recent allegation of sexual harassment going on in the Nigerian movie industry. Now, in a recent interview with Punch, where he was asked about the rise of sexual harassment harassment in Nollywood. He said, and I quote, "That is a normal situation in any industry. Now you tend to see people trying to fight their way up by hook or by crook. However, I have not really noticed sexual harassment in the industry. Yes, I have seen artists dating one another, but harassment is another issue. Now, I always tell the young girls in the industry that if you gate crash, they will harass you. Now, if you want to lobby yourself and sell your body to become famous without passing through the normal training, things like that will happen to you," end quotes. Now, he further stated, "If you're a trained actor, male or female, nobody can harass you because you would know your rights and have some good qualities. Now, good producers and directors would rather go for talented individuals that can interpret roles properly. Now, it is only mad and unprofessional directors that would do otherwise." And this is in his words. Woo, okay, so
a long one though. So you asked me this off air, and I'm like, okay, maybe some people are not just so sensitive to some things happening because of where they are, you know, at that point, or maybe it didn't happen to them. Because sometimes, even when you're so prim and proper and you're not eyeing anyone and you just want to do your job, there are still people who are there who want to harass you, then they want to make you do certain things to get to a certain, even when you deserve it. So I do not totally agree. In fact, I do not even agree.
Completely disagree with him. And I know he's a veteran and he has had many years in the industry, but you can't take away the fact that he's a man. He's a male in this industry. You don't really have so many female directors or producers. Maybe now there are a lot of female producers, but not as many female directors that will want to harass, you know, their male counterparts. Now, in a world where there's so many females and very few, you know, males, if you look at female actresses to the male actors, there's a huge difference, right? And now there are people who, even if they're trained, they're very skilled, they're also very pretty, they have very nice shapes, and it just becomes like a thing, because if you want to cast a role, for instance, for a young, pretty girl, and then there are 35 people who can fit into this role. Now, some directors now say, okay, if you want to have the extra edge, you have to do this. It is happening in the entertainment industry. I don't know why he said it's not, but then I completely disagree with it. And I don't think we should ever say that it's because you're trying to gate crash the industry. That's very discouraging for young and upcoming actors and actresses.
Okay, this is a conversation that we can never continue talking about. Yeah, definitely.
So you're not going to say anything about it?
It's just crazy. I was shocked when I saw the news saying that's not how it is. It happens everywhere. That's not how it is.
It does happen everywhere.
The people that it happens to are people that get crashing the industry itself.
No, it's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. Okay, moving on. Right now, Oladips leaves record label with 23,000 naira. Oh, yes, you heard. Nigerian rapper Oladips, who just parted way with Reminisce's record label, The Roses and Rugs, a few weeks ago, has given an update on how broke it was after he took the decision of leaving the label. He took to his Instagram page to share that he had only 23K in his account when he left Reminisce's record label, LLR, saying, "Left the label with 23K in my account, but we go therefore gather, watch." If you would recall, Oladips released a song titled Maybe some few weeks back, where he announced his exit from the label and accused Reminisce of making him sign a fraudulent deal. So here we go again, some record label palaver.
So I don't know what's wrong with Oladips. Okay, it's okay you dropped a song expressing yourself, letting everybody know what happened in the record label. Now, Reminisce did not reply. Everybody has moved on. Now, you went to your Instagram page to say you left the record label with 23,000 naira.
It's obviously very, like, hurtful for him. I think he's very pained about it.
So he's wondering why people are not responding to it. He wants people to hear about it.
You should jump on it and start calling Reminisce out that what you did to this boy is not good. Now, he has come out to say, I just left the label with 23K.
I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages to it, because he's bringing to the forefront what is really happening to some artists, not all, to some artists in record labels.
So I still stand on the side of the record label owners. Like, if Reminisce did not even invest at all in Oladips' career, we would not know who Oladips is. So I don't know why you end up fighting with a record label and everything now becomes dirty afterwards.
Yeah, but I think that mentality has to change.
You're pained.
It has to change, because in as much as you're saying the record label brought you to the forefront or made you popular, you know, it's still that mentality that affects all industries, where it's like, I've employed you and I gave you this platform. Now I'm going to suck your blood. Okay, I'm going to dry. You must work so hard for it.
You signed for me to suck your blood. That's why it's always in pen and paper.
Which is why he's coming out to say that this is what is happening.
You signed it.
Now you signed an artist.
So this is where I have a problem. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you should suck somebody's blood, but what I am saying here is that when you sign a contract, when you're hungry, now people should open their eyes. When you're hungry, you're quick to, like, you know, you're blind to some things, and then you quickly sign some stuff. So now,
and
when
you're signed it, you have
signed. No,
how many opportunities are there? Really, it's not like you have so many on your table. So you have a contract that's not so good, but you sign it because there's nothing better, and you want exposure.
You now walk out of your
then
contract.
It comes to a point where you see that this exposure is not actually what it's cut out to be.
And see your contract through.
But there are always clauses.
Yes. All your contracts through.
Okay.
So I thought that we're even done with record label problems.
Because there are people you should see that have made the mistake. I was thinking that people have learned, but some people are still entering this trap. You see it, you sign. Then later, under 2-3 years, you are complaining again. It's whose fault is it? You signed it.
So just be careful what you sign. Yeah. All right. I think that's where we can end this.
Okay, moving on to the foreign story. Lashana Lynch is the new 007 replacing James Bond. Yes, British actress Lashana Lynch is taking over from James Bond as the new 007 at MI6 in the upcoming movie franchise. According to sources, Lashana will be the new character who takes over Daniel Craig's secret agent number after he left the British intelligence agency. The source say the story begins with Bond retired in Jamaica before he was called by spy master M, who calls him back to help tackle a new global crisis. Then there's a pivotal scene at the start of the film where M says, "Come in, 007, and in walks Lashana, who is black, beautiful, and a woman. Lashana Lynch made her acting debut in the 2011 drama Fast Girls and has appeared in several television series. The 31-year-old had a breakthrough role as a fighter pilot in Captain Marvel. So we have a new 007. It's no longer James Bond.
Yeah,
James
black
Bond.
woman. Yeah. We need to loud. You didn't.
I think I was very excited about this. Like, I'm like, oh, a woman.
Yeah, Twitter was a mess yesterday. People wanted a new black James Bond.
But they wanted it would be a woman.
They wanted Idris Elba.
Yeah.
But now they're helping the black people out now. There's still James Bond. Daniel Craig is still James Bond. But his secret number is 007. They had to give it to somebody else, and it's a woman and a black woman.
Okay, so
because he retired, he became rogue.
So I think that they're doing two things. So appealing to the black community. Yes, like, look at this person is black, and then to the feminist. Hey,
we have a 007 agent.
It's exciting. Now, I don't know if you have watched Men in Black, but the latest Men in Black is actually also
Tessa Thompson.
Thompson is also a woman. So I think this is a year for the women and the black women as well. So it's
people
amazing.
Just have to jump on this conversation.
No, I mean, for the longest times, I mean, how long has James Bond been running? We have been seeing men, white men. Now we're seeing black. You know, and now we're seeing black women. It's progress. This is our time.
So I didn't know that. Did I know that OJ would mention Chimamanda? So yesterday I saw OJ after the show wearing a pink shirt, and I said, "Oh, Chimamanda would be so proud of you." Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Look at you. So you just be acting like one person here. So at the back, you're a feminist.
Chimamanda. Don't let them come for you on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on the news. And of course, we're moving over to our celebrity birthdays. Today on Celebrity Birthday, we have our very own star boy, Whiskey.
No.
Ayo Balogun. Today's his birthday.
Do you like people rock?
You just had to farm them because you're part of them.
We rock. I'm not farming. I'm July.
I know.
What are you saying?
Yeah, they rock. And Whiskey rocks.
How old do you think Whiskey is?
26, 27, 28.
29.
29.
Or do you think it falls in that category of people who are always 22 like every year?
Some people are saying Whiskey is way older. They feel he's way older.
He's one of those people that he doesn't look like his age. You know, people like me. And
people like OJ. Well. People like me.
Can we move on to the next celebrity that we have today? Yes, our Nollywood finest, Ramsey Noah.
Happy birthday!
So today's Ramsey Noah's birthday. Took over the industry. Fine boy.
Yeah, he has actually been trending on social media. A lot of memes, his pictures where he has been trending. He has been toasting base for a long time in the movies. You know.
It's okay, let's not just even talk further. And finally, Hollywood actor and comedian, businessman Will Ferrell. Yeah, today happens to be his birthday all the way in Hollywood. Yes, congratulations. Massive birthday shout out. And of course, if you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap.
All right, guys, it is time for Tweetville. Now, this is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and great moments on social media in 5 minutes or less. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. This is from Chizzy Torum. Did I get that right? And she said, I had this very mad headache at work today. I was so weak, and I asked the office cleaner to help me get Panadol from the first aid box. Now, he brought it to my office. With my head still on the table, he gently removed my wig and said, "Oh, Malecha, you'll be okay now." What? Like, the guy already...
God, that is the source of your problem.
To be honest, I think the hair actually just gives you this headache, especially when it's a weave. I don't know if you can relate.
No, me, I can relate. That's the reason these days. Now I know. Stretch your ears very well. So these days, it's so hard for me to attach stuff to my...
I'm telling you.
Once in fact, I was asking people on my Instagram page the other time, like, what do you do? The first thing you do when you get home. People said to me that I throw my wigs off, I do this. I said, you know what? Immediately, I just get into the car.
I don't even wait. I'm telling you. I even get into the car. As I get upstairs, like
I remove it.
Like,
I come to work without it.
That breeze that will now blow through your hair.
As if you have not seen me.
Is that why people go through?
Yes.
Go away, as if you have not seen me on my DT for days.
Whenever I'm coming to work, they hardly recognize me. They're always asking me for my ID card because I'm without my wig, I'm without makeup. So they're always like, do you actually work here? I'm like, yeah. But then when I'm leaving, then I'm like, hey, auntie, it's good to see you. What is that?
Because in perfect case of what you ordered for what you got.
To me, and I come like that to work.
Do I look that different? Guys, okay, let's just move on that note. All right, this one is someone called Valking on Twitter, and he says, you tell your pastor your problem. Now, the next Sunday, and the pastor is preaching, he says, there is a man in this congregation. I wouldn't mention his name, but he has seen things. He did this and he did that. And then this guy from Game of Thrones. This guy
but you know the one that kills me.
He's looking guilty.
You know the one that kills me? So I won't even mention how it happened, but I know that Faladele knows what I'm talking about. So somebody saw Faladele in my presence and said, don't worry, you in. And I said, does he even know your... Like, the thing he was praying for Faladele, I was there. The Faladele already had the thing. I'm like,
wow. Okay. But this one here,
I'm an onlooker.
It's very funny because you're supposed to be able to confide in your pastor. You now become the topic of preaching.
No, you're just...
Have you seen sometimes when
you're preaching, you need to give example.
No, and the part I don't like is
example.
when, like my pastor used to do it, she will now be looking. I don't know what she's looking at, but it feels like she's talking to me.
Yeah.
And you know that you are not close to God. You have strayed and you have fallen short. I'm like, why is she staring at me? Is it me? Okay, this one is from J. Cole, and he tweeted, sacrifices. Now, Burger Queen replied him and said, don't let Kanayo see this. This is how they are representing us. Defend us, OG.
No, I can't help you people. The way people look at Kanayo these days, like gosh. After watching Blood Money, all those rituals, all those movies, that's the role he was always playing. Anytime they're talking about blood money, any ritual or sacrifice, it's always
in Nigeria,
Kanayo.
We can't separate the acting from the personality. So in the movies, you used to do sacrifice. If we see you personally,
you look like the one that can use
Maybe that's the reason you should run away from typecast.
Yeah, typecast, yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Jacob just tweeted on his own JJ, sacrifices. So don't let Kanayo see this.
Oh, gosh. So there's this thing that has been going on Twitter. So you guys will have to help me. Okay. Moving on, this one is from Revolution Ghana, and it says, how can I buy one shoe for 35K and you expect me to walk on the ground? I beg, if you hear any footsteps on your roof, now me be that.
It's true.
35,000.
So let me tell you how people do it. They say, for me to buy these shoes, it has to wear, you know, the way they were helping me to buckle these shoes, they know it will buckle itself. Like it will come on my feet. I will not have to stand up to get it from wherever I put it.
No,
So it comes on.
I will have my shoe box. It's never leaving that shoe. You know that tissue they put?
Yeah.
We're not removing it. If there's nylon on it, it's going to stay like that.
For 35K.
How much is your shoe?
For 35K.
How much is your
That's 35,000 now.
How
That's
much is
10,000
your
naira
shoe?
in 3 places plus 5,000.
Buy it for us.
You now want to be walking.
Do you know how many shoes a woman has? We have so many.
But really,
men
for
have like
35K.
10 shoes.
But guess what? Yeah, but then you know that men's shoes are very, very expensive.
But they have like 5 or 10, they are good. A woman has to have a shoe in every color. You have to have red, blue, green. That's so exhausting. If you're buying 35K and you have 20 shoes or 30 shoes, can you calculate it? Yeah, it's expensive.
Wait, rearrange your
It's
face.
expensive. Is that all? Yeah, that's it. That's your treat bill.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for bringing this to us. It is always very nice to have you here. Okay, so we are definitely moving on. Thank you so much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, our guest this afternoon is an urbane and exceptional charming actress and musician of numerous credits. She has steered herself almost effortlessly up to the top. She joined the Nigerian movies industry in 1996, that's 23 years ago, when she appeared... 97, when she appeared in the movie House on Fire. Her dexterity on screen and her love for the microphone stands her out from the crowd of wannabes. Guys, welcome to the show, Jennifer Eliogu.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Now, we just checked out your video, Doshet. Yeah, so an actress
And a musician.
and of course a musician. How did that come about?
Honestly, growing up, I knew I was going to do music. I loved music. It was my first love. But I found myself acting like professionally before I had to come back to music. Growing up, I was born Anglican. I was in the choir, and I always knew I was going to do music.
Yeah.
I just acting found me. I didn't find it.
Okay,
Acting found me
So I
first.
read a bit about you, and I actually served in your local government, Idemili. Local government, yes, that was where I served.
You enjoyed
in
it, didn't
Obosi.
you?
Idemili North. Okay, so I learned that you were singing, even in school and all that, so it didn't come as a surprise to, you know, your classmates at the end of the day when they saw you, and you saw your friend off to an audition, and at that time, there had to be that.
That's why I said acting found me.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to be an actor.
So what did you think that you did so well in that movie, House of Fire? I mean, because from that movie, you broke out into all the movie screens.
I can't say what it is, but I guess I did so well because immediately after that, I got another. I went for those days. We used to go for auditions. You have like 2,000 people vying for a movie that has about 20 characters in it.
Wow.
So when you act, when you come for auditioning and you read and people, you know, clap and scream, that means you did well. So for
Very
every time
well.
I went for auditions and I read, people would go like. I'm like, okay. So I kept going from one job to another, and
So I was going to ask, you know, these two things you do are things people do, like somebody is an artist and this is what he does solely, and then somebody is an actor and this is what the person does solely. Now you have combined the two together. I mean, like you have combined the two. And I'm wondering how you're able to do it well, like do both well at the same time.
when you do what you love, it's not work anymore because you enjoy it. I write my songs myself. It doesn't mean I can't, someone else can write for me, but in the moment I write my songs. And movies have become me. So it's easy, it's so easy, you know. I love to record songs, and my kind of songs are so very, I relate with all my songs, so it makes it easy, it comes naturally. I compare events as well.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to put you on the spot right about now. Which one pays more? Singing, acting? I'm asking for a friend.
You know, okay, hold on now. Let me put it this way. When it comes to bulk, music definitely pays you more.
I thought as much.
Yes, because I have a band. I have a 14-man band. It's called a cell band.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, hiring the band, it comes at a cost. We're not in a hurry. We don't perform for everyone. We have a target audience. You know what I mean? So music, when it comes to, but if not for acting, I don't know if music will be paying me as much as it's paying me now, because most times you're paying for two services. You have an actor on stage and then you have a musician. People get excited about that, especially when the music is good, because I know my music.
Okay, so let's talk about the highlights of both careers. I mean, what has been the highlight for you in the music industry and in the acting industry? Okay,
in the acting industry, it's been 22 years. I started acting right after secondary school.
Okay.
I think about 3 years or 4 years after secondary school. But music is something that is about 8 years, 9 years old, you know, so I can't compare both.
Okay.
But in acting, I paid my dues, and I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here 22 years on, you know, still doing me, and it only gets better every day.
Okay.
With music, it's a little more challenging because there's a trend. There's a trend to music.
Yeah,
and you have to make up your mind whether to move with the trend or not. And I like to be me. I like to do me. I like to be original. But you also have to carry people along. So you find that you have to blend. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You saw me being body now. I say being body.
All right, now let's talk about yourself, because I heard when you said you paid your dues. Okay, now looking at yourself, because so many times people have paid their dues, they have done the career up to like, you know, and so they're looking at themselves, taking care of themselves, focusing on themselves, because you have to have a life at the end of the day. So how do you do this? And let's now bring family in. How do you even have time for yourself and your family?
Once you love what you do. I'm a lover. I grew up in a very close-knit family. My siblings and I are very close. My parents, everyone is close. So you can't do without family, for me. So no matter how busy I get, I find time. I came here with my daughter. She's 13.
Oh.
She's 13, and you know, most times when she's not in school, she comes with me to see what I do. That way she appreciates what I do and appreciates, you know, she knows it's not all play.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much work put into what we do. So I find time for family, but family understands that this is what mommy does. This is what my sister does. This is what my daughter does. This is what my wife does. So they respect that fact. When I'm at home, I'm a mom. I'm family. Now, when I'm on stage, bring it on.
Okay, talking about family, what would you say if your daughter decides to want to venture into Nollywood?
Nothing. I'll encourage her. But she must give me a master's. I told her already.
Okay.
Master's
degree in whatever course she chooses to. You know why? We need to equip them. If this is not working, this has to work.
Definitely.
Acting is a beautiful thing. But when she has the fundamental
you have to be trained.
Exactly. Then the sky will be a starting point for her.
Okay. So we'll have to check out some of our guest works, right? So we'll be right back. Stay here with us. If Naya is such a cool
hold
vibe.
it back.
Oh.
If another given, you surely get.
Oh yes, I'm getting it. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. As you know, we have our guest in the studio, and I'm talking about Jennifer Eliogu. And it's really nice to have you here, and your voice is so beautiful. Now, I want to move on to another aspect of your life, a time where you lived in Switzerland with your family for some years, and then you moved back because of your career. Now, I want to ask you, in today's, today in Nigeria, where tons of Nigerians are moving out to Canada and to other places for job opportunities. What made you move back?
I think we all want different things, basically. I think we all want different things. I already had an established career here. And when I moved to Switzerland with my family, I had my kids, my daughter, my son, and I needed to get back to what I was doing. Getting into the movie industry out of Nigeria is not exactly very easy. And in a country like Switzerland, where English is not their first language,
I see.
it makes it even more difficult. You have to go to German school to learn the high German, Swiss German, to be able to blend it. It takes a very long time. And for me, I just figured I already have a platform here. So why don't you go back to what you know how to do? You understand? Switzerland is not a problem. I travel whenever I want to. The children are citizens. You know, their father is a citizen. What's the point? If you're going to be a housewife or get menial jobs, when you have a career that just makes you feel so good.
Okay, so I know that one time you went to Canada to perform. You were invited by a church to perform, and then you've talked about how people invite you to birthdays and some private,
weddings,
events and all that. So I really want to know, I mean, how well is it making money from music, the music that you do?
You know, sometimes people think that if you're not on TV every day, it means you're not making money. That's not true. You make reasonable money from private gigs. You have mature settings where people just want you to come and play.
That is so true.
So you look for your target audience. That's why I said...
Not bass.
Well, sometimes we try to, you know, blend a little bit.
Well, your kind of music is very classy.
Most of my songs, yes. I think it just suits my personality, so I stick to it. So you find that the kind of people that would invite me to perform will be people 40s, 50s, you know, 60s.
Mature people.
You know what I mean? Like, I had a show in the US, and then all of a sudden, 2 months later, somebody picks up the phone and calls me and says, I'm so pressing, and we saw you in the US. We want you to come to South Africa and perform for Archbishop Desmond Tutu. I'm like, I don't understand. I've been afraid. You know, it was surprising for me. But then he sent me a letter of invitation, and I went over there, I was supposed to stay for 4 days. And after performing for them in Cape Town, he says to me, you must come to Soweto to my church with me. So I left Cape Town and went to Soweto with them to perform. I met the likes of former President Thabo Mbeki.
Yeah.
You know, so you have
What soap do you use?
That's the grace. The
anointing is too much, yes. So sometimes you get that lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you get lucky, get opportunities to perform at the State House for independence and stuff like that. It might not be like an everyday thing, but we're working towards it because that's the goal.
Amazing.
That is very constant.
Okay.
Let's talk about your NGO.
Please.
So we really want to know, what is it that you do? Because I've read that you cater to some less privileged.
Yeah.
So
when I started out, I started with the youth. It's acronyms, ideas.
Okay.
But the full meaning is Initiative for Development, Empowerment, and Absolute Stability. The idea was to reach out to people who needed stability. I don't have a lot of money, but the little I have, I would want to share. Sometimes we cook for beggars on the streets of Lagos. We go to the almajiris, we get food, cooked and uncooked. We go to IDP camps. And then I have this thing for prisons. We do a lot of prison visitations. We buy toiletries, we buy sanitary, you know, wares for the women. We do motivational speaking for them. We reach out to the physically challenged a lot.
That is so
Sometimes we, as many as we can afford, we buy wheelchairs. You know, so for me, I do as much as I'm touched to do, because I realize that if I say, okay, I must deal with just widows, I turn around and then I see a hungry child on the street. I also want to reach out to that child if I can afford it. So I just leave it open. Anything the Spirit says do, I follow.
well done.
That is so
being
good.
so generous. We'll be generous today.
Oh, shit. King Goji.
Courtesy cakes. We have cake snakers.
Yes, we do.
And of course, cakes face cap.
Do you even know my size?
We got you.
now.
We got you.
Come on.
Oh, so cute.
Okay.
And of course, this
let's
is
look at
yours.
which way
And of
you know
course,
what I'm
this is yours. Courtesy cakes.
Yes. I hope you like it.
This is so pretty. How did you know my size? Chichi.
We got you.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cakes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Although you should be paying me to endorse for you. It's okay. I understand the trick, but it's okay. I take it. I accept it. Thank you so
we had
much,
a good
guys.
time.
Yes,
I
we
appreciate
did.
this, guys.
Okay, guys, it's a wrap on the
Thank
first half
you.
of the show. Still to come. Yes, we have the entertainment news recap, and of course, daily top 5, movies at the movies, and of course, where are they now? So, guys, see you in the 1 o'clock hour. Thank you very much once again, Jennifer.
Yeah, welcome to the 1 o'clock hour, guys. Yes, so far we've brought you entertainment news, tweet view, and our special guest. Hope you had a good time. All right, now it's time to chew it off in a minute or less. One of us will go on a rant bout on what's currently bothering us. It goes to...
I'm good.
You're good? I'm not good.
Amanda.
Like, guys, the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is alarming, especially with the younger folks. You know, I have people who come to meet me from church, from around the neighborhood. They're asking me for as little as 1K, 2K, 5K, 20K. Some people just want to start off businesses. And I'm just like, why is it that schools are producing graduates every single year, but it's like there's no job for them? It's like there's nothing. They just go and serve. Then from serving, they go to do masters. And after masters, it's like, so what do we do now? The degree is almost wasted, and you now start finding, you know, what you want to do in an entrepreneurial kind of scheme of things. It's very, very sad to me. And, you know, I recently read an article that said that some companies are doing now is that they're not employing core members. They are giving them the job description of like regular, like full-time employees, paying them a very minimal amount because they're coppers with the hopes of being retained. And then after that 1 year, it's like moving on. And then the next year they do the same thing. So nobody's really getting employed for those roles. So what is happening? Is it that there are no jobs, or like the companies are not having more roles to fill, or what? I don't know. It's just very annoying.
It goes back to the government. Like, we have to get to the root of the whole matter. Like, okay, yeah, people should get education. Now, even the employers are complaining that so many graduates are even unemployable. Like, you get them for interview and then you talk to them, you have a chat with them.
They can't have a conversation.
They can't have a conversation with you. They can't even write an application letter sometimes.
Wow.
And then you're wondering, how do I now put my jobs in these people's hands and all that?
So there are so many
problems. Yes, there are so many problems that need to be tackled right here. So the government would have to do the
education itself.
Education. And then, I mean, look at the education. The other time we're talking about... last Friday, I was on Your View, and then they were talking about Polytechnic of Ibadan burning phones because of examination malpractice and all that. So I was quite shocked because I felt burning phones. Have you ever thought about the environmental hazards of even burning phones and all that? Then a school that is supposed to be giving education does not even have education in the first place. So it's a very pathetic situation that we have found ourselves, and we have to really get to the root of it. And then when you say people are cheating, I do not subscribe to examination malpractices. But then let's look at it again. When your student fails, you should be like, you should be sad. You should feel
I didn't impact knowledge.
Yes. So you're not even supposed to be happy like, you fail that course, you fail that course. So it starts from there. I think we need to visit that educational system, and then, you know, we have to deal with it. So, I mean...
have a point. All right, moving on from that very serious rant. It's time for a quick recap.
Bye.
Entertainment news.
All right,
Yes, thank you.
Too much drama happening in Nigeria.
Oh my God, yes, too much. All right, guys, so we get with this one. Idris Abdulkarim mourns late mom.
And I have not noticed any sexual harassment in the Nigerian movie industry, says Jide Kosoko.
Oladips leaves record label with 23,000 naira.
And of course, we wrapped up the news saying Lashana Lynch is the new 007 replacing James Bond. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break now and we'll be back with our Daily Top 5. Don't go nowhere. Yes, it's time for our Daily Top 5. And when it comes to testing the waters in the world of entertainment, our beloved Nollywood actresses have been there, done that. Yes, after having made a name of themselves in the movie industry, they dabbled into singing at some point. Whether or not that was a good move for all of them is a discussion for another day. Here are 5 Nollywood actresses who have ventured into music. Number 1 on our list is Omotola Jalade Ekende, aka
Sexy.
Yes, this curvaceous actress launched her music career in 2005, releasing her debut album, which produced singles like Ba, Feel Alright, Missing You. Then she took a break and returned to the music scene in the late 2012. Releasing another album. So number 1 on our list, Omotola. Omotola's album. Shout out to Arisong, by the way. Shout out to Arisong. Arisong was the one that worked with her on her first project.
I see the video.
Wrote the song. Yeah, we'll call for the video.
Okay.
Wrote the songs, produced most of the track. And of course, I liked that was nice.
Okay, so Omotola thinks she's one person who believes that, you know, that music career, we die there, you know, because, the thing is, you see Omotola every time she's singing, she's doing her makeup, you see some of it, and, you know, she's singing to or humming to a particular song, and she had her birthday, her 40th birthday, she sang and all that. You look like her, by the way. And I think you're going to grow up to...
Me?
Yes.
I look like a Motola.
Yes, look at her.
Okay.
And then, you know, with the curves too, so like in some years, I think I'm going to see Amanda.
I thought she was talking to someone like...
No, you!
Cool. Me? Oh, okay.
So shout out to Omotola Jalade Kende. Let's go check out a clip of Omotola singing. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the very talented Omotola.
You know, one thing that you can't fault Omotola for is that she's a go-getter. Is it singing? She's singing.
I'll give it to you.
If it's business, she'll do it. If it's to be, you know, let's just leave the rest for after, you know, the break.
Yes. So we move on. We move on already. So let's talk about Genevieve. Yes, the Black Beauty. Oh, God, sealed a recording label in Ghana with EKB Records, which led to the release of the popular song titled No More in 2005. A music career ended to being quite short-lived, though. So, I mean, this particular one... And, you know, it's a topical one. That is, when you're talking about a particular topic on radio, I think that you can play Genevieve's song. No Mom.
It's a good song that Chimamanda will like because of all those...
No Mom.
Yeah. Like, no more. Like, I can't take this no more. I will scratch. I will punch.
Yes, so, like no more rape, you know.
I love is it Genevieve of Genevieve? Genevieve. I love her. I mean, I love her acting. I love her personality. I love her carriage. But I do not love her singing. Like, yeah, it was nice.
No More was a jam.
Yeah, and
are you sure it wasn't because it was Genevieve?
No, it was a jam.
Guess what?
And it was the type of music back then. As at that time, that Ghana template.
You know what?
She rode on it, and it was a jam.
But you can be on radio and then you're talking about rape as people have been talking about now, and then you just play, you say, so coming up next is No More.
Sending a message.
Genevieve.
The message.
No More. I just feel it doesn't just relate, like it doesn't have character and the music, I don't know. Maybe it's her split personality.
Okay, let's just
check it out, yeah. Wow.
You know why I like this song? Call it whack, call it anything you want to call it. I just love the fact that it's had a message and it still has a message right now. You know, you could always just, you can use this thing for anything.
Before I give you my fist. Okay, all right, moving on to our number 3 actress who turned musician, Tonto Dike. Tontolet, as she's fondly called, once featured in a music video for a company alongside Patience Ozokwa. Now, her crossover to music also came with the release of singles like I Just Want to Say I. Wow, OJ, you're not nice. All right, It's Over and Sugar Rush. Now, remember that the band signed her to his DB label back in 2014 with the name Pokoli. So, what do you have to say about Tonto?
I love I love the remix of the song, by the way. Yeah, the original didn't get me, but the remix of the song, a jam. All I want to say is I. Okay, that's all.
Honey, but do you want to contribute to this?
Thank you so much. No comment.
Let's go and check out. Let's check
it out.
Tonto Dike. Yes, moving on to our next person on our list. Yes, actresses that have done music. Number 4 on our list is Patience Ozokwu, aka Mama G. Yes, Mama G also tried singing at some point, and she released several music videos like Make We Jolly, The Kind of Woman, Do You, and so many more. Patience, however, went back into acting after a while doing music. Yeah. So Mama G too sang.
Yeah, she did sing. Yeah.
Nice one. Let's go check out.
Let's check it out,
Mama G. We checked out Patience Ozokwu, aka Mama G.
Yeah.
Yes, doing her own singing.
Mama G killed it. I liked her singing. I liked her dancing. I liked her movement. Then did you guys peep Tonto Dike in that video?
Mixing.
She killed it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But that was
a sample of somebody else's song.
VIP from Ghana.
Yeah. So it's not that she created everything.
But then,
And guess what? I think Mama G was just like, you know, how the DJs do these days that, you know, you have. So it was the sound. And then the backup singers were hearing their voices.
Yeah.
So it sounded very good. It wasn't as if she was doing like the best of it.
She entertained me. She danced for me. She sang for me. She gave us beautiful
video.
Watch more do you
Ghana
want?
High Life.
It's nice.
It's Ghanaian High Life right there. Okay, so let's move on. And at number 5, Jennifer Eliogu. Yeah, you watched her a while ago, right here. Jennifer Eliogu was initially reported to have aspired to become a singer before a friend requested she went for a movie audition. She released singles like Ifunaya in 2013 and Those Shirts in 2016, just to mention a few.
This thing is cheating.
Why?
Because I don't know why you be acting. There are some people that don't even have any talent at all.
No, I don't think there is anybody who does not have talent except
You have to discover
Yes,
it.
you have to discover your talent.
And now you have discovered one. Then you are now discovering another one.
And you're good at both of them.
It's cheating.
Yeah.
It's cheating.
She is very good at singing and very good at
We say that
acting.
because you just had her as your guest. The reason you're saying that
No,
she's-
because we watched it.
No,
we did watch
she
it.
sang live here.
And exactly, we
She
could
sang
hear.
live, and I was feeling Ifunaya when she was singing.
Yes.
If not, would have
I
come for
agree.
Jennifer
I
Eliogu.
totally agree.
Yes.
I really, really do totally agree. All right, guys, we'll take a break now, and we will definitely be back with other movies with OJ and Amanda. Stay here with us.
It is now time for Movies at the Movie segment. Of course, I don't do this alone. I have King OJ with me.
Yes,
Gonna
it's
tell
Royal
you-
Highness in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That's
All
what
right.
it is.
Yeah.
It is what
Okay.
it is.
Can we just jump right into it?
Let's do this.
Okay, now the first movie on our list, The Gift. Now, this Emmanuel Prince-Will directed movie is about an unfortunate harvest of an ill-fated gift exposed to the unknown by a self-concerned mother who used to pressure from her obsessed lover. Now, the movie stars actors like Bam Bam, that's Bamike Olawumi. We have Frankincense Eche Ben, we have Oge Okoye, we have Paul Sambo, and we also have Teddy A. That's quite a pack.
It's a lot.
Bam Bam, Teddy A, we're excited about that, so let's check it out.
That's a movie. Like,
I know.
Teddy and Bam Bam in a movie.
I just realized that I saw that poster on their Instagram page, and he had Bam Bam was in Teddy A's arms. You know, I feel like with so much chemistry that they have off camera,
Who kill it?
they would actually, I feel like they're going to kill this one. So if you're a Bam Bam Teddy A lover, and of course with the other actors
Yes,
in the
Oge
list.
Okoye and the rest. So it's
And
a
then
movie.
even the storyline as well is very unusual. So lover of Nollywood, rush and see that.
All right, so checking out some more movies that you guys need to see. Rant Queens. Yes, a social media war, Rant Queen tells the story of a meddling mother who clashes with a controversial daughter and a series of rants, and the public goes agog asking for more. This movie, which features names like Daniel K. Daniel, Edak Willie, Jide Kosoko, Kunle Koka, Kunle Remy, Monyo Olua Olutayo, Susan Peters, Tana Adelano, and this movie was directed by Lancelot Odoa Imaswen. Let's check this out. So, Rant Queens.
I'm actually
Dr.
excited
Drama.
to see this
Hey.
one. Yeah, I feel
All
it's
the
going
social
to be
media,
dramatic and it's going to be very funny as well. And then the cast. I love the
A lot of
cast.
people, Tana
Yeah.
Adelano.
A lot of talented people on that one. All right, and I like the production as well. All right, now moving on to one I'm super excited about, guys. I've been... Okay.
Everybody is super
Everybody has to be excited. I'm talking about The Lion King. Now, if you're not excited, I don't know when or where you were born. I don't know. Now, after the murder of his father, a young lion prince flees his kingdom only to learn the true meaning of responsibility and bravery. Now, the movie is star-packed with the likes of Alfred Woodard, James Earl Jones, Beyonce knows Carter. Yes, Beyonce, Billy Eichner, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Donald Glover, John Caney, John Oliver, Seth Rogen, and it was directed by Jean Favreau. Check it out.
See,
In the
if this
jungle,
movie...
mighty
See,
jungle.
they can't afford to spoil my childhood. The
No
movie has
way.
to be...
I saw this review that said if it doesn't start with they are not watching again.
Like
what-
the songs from the movies,
Can we
classic
talk
songs.
about the cast?
Yeah.
Beyonce
Beyonce
as
as
Nala.
Nala.
Shahadi, that's from Blackish.
Yes.
She's playing the younger Nala. Seth Rogen. We have
El
Chiwetel Ejiofor
Jones,
playing
Chiwetel
Scar.
as Scar, El Jones as Mufasa.
Seth Rogen is Pumbaa. Pumbaa and
Too
Timon.
many people, star-studded movie, and everybody's just keeping their fingers crossed because it's animation, they're not real animals.
Yeah,
and everybody's just hoping that they'll just get it right. You can't afford to spoil our childhood.
Yeah, it's going to be out in 3 days, guys. So
We can't wait.
we cannot wait, but we have to move on to other movies.
Moving on to our next movie, Super 30. Yes, this movie is based on the life of partner-based mathematician Anand Kumar, who runs the famed Super 30 program for IT aspirants in Patna. Let's check this out.
चीप लेबर का देश। फिर हम सोचते हैं कि पेप्सिको का वर्ल्ड वाइड हिट कौन है? यूनिलीवर कौन चला रहा है? कौन चला रहा है मास्टरकार्ड, वोडाफोन, डॉइच बैंक? अगर किसी को नहीं पता तो गूगल कर लीजिए, और लगे यार ये भी गूगल कर लीजिए कि गूगल का हेड कौन है? वो भी एक इंडियन ही है।
क्या बनना चाहते हो? कमाई तो ऐसे सबसे ज्यादा कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग में है, तो बन जाएगा।
ये आनंद कुमार जी हैं, ब्रिलियंट टीचर हैं। ये पढ़ाएंगे आज से आप लोगों को। इन्होंने पढ़ा दिया तो आप वीआईपी लोगों की वीआईपी एंट्री हो गई आईटी में।
आनंद कुमार, मास्टर ब्लास्टर, अब एक्सीडेंट कोचिंग में पढ़ाएंगे।
Y minus 1 is equal to X minus X1.
इतना गलत कैसे हो सकता है भाई?
ऐसा स्टार बनाएंगे आनंद को कि दुनिया देखेगा, करोड़ों कमाएंगे।
आनंद जी अपना सेंटर शुरू किए हैं।
फ्री कोचिंग। आनंद।
Wow. Okay.
Another indie movie.
A
Indian
Bollywood
movie.
lover.
Yes.
You know, I was asking you before when we were watching that. Like, do you think that there is a Hollywood that's coming up, a Hollywood movie that can beat Slumdog Millionaire?
From Bollywood.
Yeah.
Slumdog Millionaire. Let's say it's the storyline that really helped the movie because it's like a grass to grace story. The storyline of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay, so that really helps. But I think
the other movies though, there's Lion. Lion, I really loved Lion.
I haven't watched it. But I think with Bollywood, they're actually changing the narrative. They're slowly leaving the whole singing and dancing. They're going more into action. They're going more into drama.
Is that action? You still see dancing now. Sunita, Sunita.
All right, guys, we have to go on a commercial break right now, but we'll be right back with Movies at the Movies. Guys, welcome back to Movies at the Movies segment. Now, I hope you've loved what we showed you so far, but we're not done. We still have one more movie on our list. I'm talking about Stubber. Now, a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu picks up a grizzled detective who is hot on the trail of a sadistic, bloodthirsty terrorist and finds himself thrust into a harrowing ordeal where he has to keep his wits, himself unharmed, and work with his passenger while maintaining his high-class rating. Yes, so important. Let's check it out. Later on, some Nigerian taxi company drivers will be complaining. Smart thing now, they will not want to give you 5. See what some people are doing for 5 stars.
You know the crazy thing, his number plates was even 5
5
stars.
stars? No,
So when I
I
enter my cab, just know you have to rate me 5 stars. So an exciting one, action comedy.
Yeah.
Batista, the former wrestler.
Very
wrestler
interesting.
in it. So crazy movie. Honey!
Wow. Honey, for that's me. Blame me. I'm the one that started calling you honey.
So which one would you like to watch?
Okay, so I love Stuba and then Lion King.
Everybody loves Lion King.
Did you see Beyonce at the premiere? I mean, she was it was almost like she was starstruck. She was just dumb, like, I don't know.
She saw Meghan Markle. She's like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Beyonce.
So
and then that dress, man.
Amazing dress.
The slits to the waist.
No, that's Beyonce.
So still talking about Lion King, somebody, there was a snippet where Nala was having a conversation with somebody and social media was a mess that day.
Really?
They started saying Beyonce did not get into character. So people were now saying, calm down, it's just a scene. It's just a scene. It's just a scene from the movie.
No, I
think has a lot to, to show in that movie,
yes.
Because I heard she was paid $25 million for that role.
It's Beyonce.
And you know what? And you know what again? Because it is just one movie that people don't want you to joke
yes, you
with.
can't mess, if you mess it up.
The expectation is so high, so you can't afford to mess up. You have to deliver. If they have paid you that much, you have to deliver.
And she told me herself personally that she killed it.
You used to have conversation regularly.
Yeah,
conversation,
DMs and stuff.
Oh really?
No, I can't be OJ. No. It's not true, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap on our daily top 5. Time for Where Are They Now? Let's take a look to find out which Nigerian actor from way back we're looking at today.
It's Where Are They Now? Clarion Chukura. Clara Ineka Oluwatoyi Folashade Chukura, popularly known as Clarion Chukura, started her acting career in 1979. Before Nollywood was well developed, Clarion Chukura was already a household name.
I forgot something. My cell phones.
I can get it.
They're in the office.
She became even more popular after starring in the Nollywood blockbuster movie Abuja Connection alongside Ngozi Ezonu and Ukeria Anunobi.
I welcome visitors only on invitation. Please, if you don't mind, leave before I change my mind.
Clarion Chukura has since left our movie scenes to venture into other spheres of life.
Where is the sample, Mr. Husband?
She also recently announced that she has found Christ. Now you know where they are now.
Yes, sir, we are back. Yes, we checked out movies at the movies earlier, and of course, Where Are They Now? Clarion Chukura Abiola, who is married to somebody else right now.
Wow. Yes, I saw that news somewhere.
And she's born again now too.
Yes, and I saw that again. Quite interesting for someone who has a strong personality like that. Very interesting. I would like to always follow up, like I would really like, because she's such an interesting human.
All right.
AKA, that's Clarence Peters' mother. Yes, our popular music video director.
Look at you having all the facts.
And Shina Peters had something
And Shina Peters,
right?
yeah, Shina Peters.
All right, guys, thank you so much. It's time for us to wrap up the show. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing our faces, because without you, we don't have a job. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. It's your girl Amanda, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, be at peace with yourself. My name is OJ, and we'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same station. Yes, sir.
It's always very, very interesting how time is always at a premium when you're having fun and then when you're on this show. So we have to go, and we will definitely catch you tomorrow. Always keep it locked right here on TVC.
Yes, entertainment splash.